I can't say the same. I bought some
Bitmobiles?
ugly ones. Yeah, amongst a few.
But have you made
others.
money?
Not on BitBoy, no.
Yeah, right.
No, I got destroyed.
That
I
fucking
lost like
guy.
$6 on that one.
Yee. Not gonna make it.
Dude, it's too much. Too much for me.
Yeah, back in my early days when I was like, oh, I'm going to collect all 19 of these, and then you stopped after one, kind of like your podcast.
Oh.
Papa's popping and locking. Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Mac's Pinecast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 52 of the Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, we made it. This is the end of season 1, as they would say.
It took way too long. Way too long.
What a season it's been.
And I don't know. I think you did see it because I saw you commented today.
Yes.
And this is a late thing. This is Monday night, actually, like while I'm editing the episode, because we're professionals here on this Pinecast. But yeah, we hit 10K downloads, so we did it in under a year.
What a feat!
What do you think? What do you think about that? Are we gonna make it?
I mean, I'd like to know how many of those were bots, but yeah, no, that's pretty impressive, even with the bot activity, I think.
I'm sure there's some bots, but I mean, I think it's a lot less than. I think there's more of it is that. I'm not going to asterisk that. I mean, everyone has to deal with bots.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and I mean, I think I can speak for both of us when I say we are truly humbled at that number. That's pretty
true.
Crazy.
And I'm humble enough to let you speak for me too. So
there you go. So double humble for you.
That's right.
So yeah, so we're just gonna have a little quick recap here because we had quite the episode with our boy Wes too.
Oh boy.
Coming soon. But yeah, so dude, I think the big news we need to start off with Wen Grove, bro. Wen Grove. How many times have you heard it over the last 52 weeks?
Most likely, the majority of our listeners, they listen like pretty quickly when it comes out, like Tuesday morning or so. I mean, most likely they're going to hear this and then, it's going to be out. Can you believe that?
And the Grove is upon us. May 16th, 2023. Who had it on their bingo card?
I did. But I'm not going to collect. I'll donate that money because that's what I do.
Class act. You are a class act. So yeah, I mean that's huge. Really looking forward to that. I saw Rare posted it. We had the trailer again, and there just so happened to be Poppin' Mags on there again. That same little thing. So that certainly intrigues me. So we get to find about more about that real soon here. So that's very cool.
And I've been seeing some other people come into the Pines, trickling in. With some of these sales, some cheap sales on Pines. But
yeah, they got a good time to get in here,
These nuts even got a Pine again. Yeah,
I did notice that. Got a nice price on it too. So maybe he did well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Skull and Banana Society coming up next here, which is super exciting too. I mean, these bananas look fantastic. And they had a nice Monday last week where they were part of the DGen Den on the Twitter Spaces with a bunch of these other ETH projects. And it was just pretty cool to have them be a part of that, right? I mean, I listened to the majority of it until they got on. And there was a lot of cool projects that people were a part of before that they were explaining. And then we got to have our moment of glory right before the gods came on, and it was just nice to see him out there promoting. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the banana experience as well.
Yeah, and the art. I mean, I think the story is really good, or it seems like where it's going is really good. But the art definitely speaks for itself, and without even having to say much, if you didn't want to, I think the art really caught some of these ETH people's attention.
I agree. It's very unique art, and it's got like that 3D effect to it already. So it's pretty cool.
Do you think Do you think there's a size difference between like pines and bananas?
That's a great question. I mean, the bananas feel bigger to me.
They do feel bigger, and the pig Viking, he has a banana, and
Yes.
he's got a mouth on him, a real sailor,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
so when that came out, I thought, hey, maybe the bananas, because I think we all kind of knew bananas were going to be a thing.
Yeah, there
The
was a lot of teasing of bananas for a long time.
Yeah. So I thought, maybe they're going to be like these little guys. So I guess, maybe Rare or Catch or someone. I'm just interested. I mean, what the size differential is. I mean, then again, there's difference in size between pines because look at me and you,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you take a look at it though, it's like these things are coming in the form of, a Terminator. So these guys are protectors. I'm assuming that they are all going to be big and beefy.
Do you have a favorite of the ones that have been shown so far of the bananas?
Oh man, it's hard to pick a favorite right now.
I
I don't. There's been so
you
many. It's like every time I see a new one, I'm like, oh, look at that one.
Right. You wouldn't kick any of them out of bed, any of those customs
No,
that they've
no, no. I
shown.
would take any that I've seen so far. I would gladly accept.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's not the worst problem to have then. So
No, no, far from it. But yeah. And hey, before we jump into the Wes interview with his Outliers project, we just wanted to shout out our friends at Toonstar, right? Space Junk, with their drop going on right now. I was lucky enough to get one of the first 300 on that drop, so I didn't have to wait for
same.
this one. But I minted another one as well on top of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys got going on. And, they seem like a fun group. And the fact that they're integrating Theta technology into it is pretty cool too.
Yeah, I think they've been on my radar for a little bit just because I spy some people's profiles and then I get into this like research phase and I checked. I don't know if you saw any of the gimmicks or the gimmicks House of Chico. Pretty funny stuff.
Okay.
So just not to SummerSlam them, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Pun intended.
Pun intended. Space is more my jam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Space is more appealing to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, researching cartoons is basically what you do best.
Right. I've been watching a lot of regular show lately too. It's such a good show. But,
And I don't know, did you see? I saw a little thing on Twitter where it was like if you're like the biggest holder of these things, that you get a cameo on one of the shows.
really, that I did not see. I have to increase my position. I do have a good sized position, but maybe it could be gooder.
It could always be gooder for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in there, get Mags in there. It'd be good
Hey,
for everybody.
and too, like if they're talking about different storylines that they're going to vote on, maybe that's something we could talk about.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got some Pine friends and some Tygon friends.
Yes,
we
we do.
we like to make a mess. So
Yeah, absolutely. I did notice that you had put on there a countdown to the drop, right?
oh, I didn't tell you, did I?
No, I did. I saw it
You actually
organically.
went on the website. Oh, that's great.
Then you also posted on Twitter, and they replied to you.
They say
Something about everyone loves a good countdown or something like that.
oh yeah,
No,
we love them. Countdowns, count ups.
absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you want to hit here on the end of season 1.
Yeah, real quick, like we just talked about, and somebody who's so intertwined into the Symbi ecosystem,
Yeah.
about the burn, the great Simbi burn, not D burn.
Ooh,
E.
easy,
E.
easy.
Whoa. Hey, this is a family restaurant, sir. The burns ended when? This week, right?
Yeah, Friday. This
Yee.
is it. Like the period of getting your VROAs is soon coming to an end, and I continue to be amazed at the what's being burned for.
I
We're
know.
getting more and more of these Stadiverse fuses and Synergy Dragons. It's like, wow, I did not expect this. So yeah, well, it should be interesting to see what happens over the next couple days, and after that, that's it. If you want a VROA, you got to go buy it. So
Right.
good times.
Yeah. I'm just still. I've made some moves the past couple days. Some burns, and but like on the
Okay.
lower level, I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to strategically how I want to do this.
Okay.
Because I think here's the thing that I've learned, like in collectible spaces, when sometimes people will complain that stuff's overprinted and there's too much of it, so
Sure.
it won't sell out. And what happens is then the company actually cuts production. So on the short term, it's bad that it drives the price down, but then that's a great opportunity to get in at there. So it seems like if everyone wants to burn, and I'm sure there's still a lot of also people waiting to the end to burn. I don't know. I mean, the less of them, then the staking them for 5 years, the NFTs, the OGs,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
It seems like everyone's talking about, for the most part, they want to burn most of their stuff, maybe keep some.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence, man, to tell you the truth, but I'm the contrarian, and maybe I'll cut this out so nobody picks up on my possible play. Not financial advice, because once you burn it, you bought it.
Once you burn it, you earn it.
That's it. Oh, that's even better. That makes more sense.
Yeah. But hey, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's you gotta weigh it here, and honestly, waiting to the last minute is about the smartest thing you can do. Maybe not the last minute, but the last
Right.
day.
Right,
So.
like waiting to cash in a redeemable the day before it expires.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh, there's some
ooh,
rough. Yee.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're working New Year's Eve. Yeah, yeah, they're waiting for you to redeem that at 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. That's not the smart play. Do it in a little advance,
No.
but the last
Yeah.
day should be fine if you want to go hog wild
Yeah,
and
this is
lay your
this is
cards down.
automated, right? You're not
Yeah.
relying on anybody else.
And
This is just
honestly,
going there.
it's you're rewarded either way. But it all
100%.
depends what path you want to take and the value of the coin or the value of the VROAs and the people playing. There's so many variables, so you can't go
Absolutely.
wrong either way. So
I completely agree. So to each their own, no doubt about it.
agreed.
All right, dude. Well, hey, it's been a fun first year for sure. I don't know. Do we continue this next year?
Maybe we need a Twitter poll.
An official one.
Legally binding. Yeah, they're all legally binding.
So I think it was Swampy had put out a Twitter poll a while back, and it was like interview, like Pops and Mags Pinecast or guest only. And
Really?
yeah,
Oh, I don't
yeah.
remember this.
I voted guest only, and when I did, it was like 6 guest only, and nobody voted for us.
Oh,
Um,
well, smart people.
yeah. So I told them I got to go back to it because I was like, all right, these are going to be officially binding, and then I never got the actual results. I know that I did notice that we had caught up at one point, but I don't know what the final tally came in at.
Whatever the fans want. But you can't make the guests show up. I mean, can you blame people for wanting to show up to this?
Yeah.
Or not wanting to show up?
You can't
Whatever.
You can't make the guest show up, and you can't help who shows up when the guest is here.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good stuff, man. Let's take you into a great way to end year one with a magical interview that occurred.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, all love for Wes and the Outliers, and we hope you guys learned something about it. And hey, I'm looking forward to it. I think that's a pretty cool project, and I hope he does well.
That's from both of us.
Yeah, and we'll pick that up
After these messages.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
Hey,
What's up,
what's
guys?
going on, man?
Dude, I couldn't be more jealous, man. I'm in a new home. There's a cat here that's not my cat. And we've been, at war with each other.
Is that the cat that you posted a picture of on the couch? It's
Probably,
like
dude.
dark gray.
Yeah, I have a feeling that cat posted the picture of itself. Like, I don't remember posting that, but dude, it's a demon, dude. But I love this little
Is it a
sucker.
dude cat?
It's a dude cat, and his name is T-Bone, but I call him Dennis the Menace. Or say, no, I love this cat. This is one of my best friend's cat, and they're in Tokyo, and so I'm house sitting, and I've cat sit this cat a million times, but dude, he just gets his way.
Usually it's the girl cats that they got the queen complex.
Crazy. Y'all are just out here killing the game, man.
Yeah, that's killing something.
Yeah.
There he is. What's up, Mags?
What's up, dude? Where is this?
It's funny. Like this bit is a funny bit, and it is a bit, and I like it because y'all are absolutely killing it. I mean, unless I just am blind.
What bit?
Yeah.
The bit that you're not killing it, the bit that you're not doing great.
I guess everyone has their metrics, I guess, for success.
Yeah, I mean, what y'all are? How old are y'all as a podcast?
And then there's us.
Wow, it's funny you mention it. This is episode 52. This is the end of season 1. Yeah.
Oh, 52 weeks.
If we don't get it before this episode, we'll have it by when your episode comes out. But we're gonna hit over 10K downloads.
Yeah. So what the fuck are y'all talking? What? It's like.
What does that mean?
That's fantastic. The first year, there are people that don't get 100 downloads in the first year.
We had a pretty ripe audience from day one. We've kind of.
Are you closing the doors after season 1? Is this it?
No, we're just. I don't know what we're doing.
Season 1 continued.
Yeah, it would be season 2, right? I think 52 episodes of bonus
just
episode.
like season 1.
Yeah, right. S2, right. Yeah, 0.5. Well,
yeah.
You know, I was just trying to, pay you guys a compliment because I mean, y'all are just, I think kind of dominating the
Theta NFT
the podcast space. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, or
Tough
not,
market.
dude. I don't know.
No, we appreciate it.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, God Mode Unlocked is dominating.
Oh man.
I mean, they're the only one that's in the ecosystem,
Yeah, we're not equal
for podcasts.
Yeah. We're still
I've never
adjacent.
heard of God Mode Unlocked.
Either has any of our listeners.
They're like within the ecosystem. Like if you go to Theta ecosystem, they're on there. And then you go to their page and their last podcast was like January 2021. But they're listed on the new website.
Yeah, dude. We'll see what happened is they became God, and God has much more important things to do than podcasts. Like they really unlocked God mode.
Let's kind of bring Wes in, but let's stay on this topic because so when Wes was on the show, what? Something okay.
I don't know, dude. You just make me laugh, dude. I don't know, dude.
That's all I care about is
Go,
making
go,
people
go.
laugh. Okay, so when you were on our hit Pinecast a while ago,
Yeah.
you were on the podcast. Now you got me, dude. I had a whole thing.
Yes, I was. I
Oh,
was
boy.
on the podcast. But yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yes. Okay, you killed you announced to everyone that Ultralight is dead. Like Ultralight's no more. He gone. However, there was a bunch of eyes rolling the other day on Twitter, and then I saw Ultralight wanted to come back on and roll some eyes when I was in the middle
You like that?
of eye rolling, and the Papa Max account was eye rolling, and the Outliers is eye rolling. All all that to say, so now you're coming on, you're launching this thing, but you have you know how you said we have a hit podcast or Pinecast. You have a hit Theta TV thing. What is it, like Evenings with Wes? Sure.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Sherwin.
Sherwin.
You could just say it's just my name. Yeah, it's just live stream. You can call it.
Okay, so you do the live stream thing on theta.tv. Shout out and check you out. I would love to check you out. I'm editing a lot of times, cutting out all Popper's fucking hot takes and then hearing about that later.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've quite a few of the thing of your stuff, and I don't know if it's like still your thing, but you said something like you're trying to humanize Wes 3, and I thought that was biting a little more than you can chew, because I think you should work on humanizing Wes 2 first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And you're purposefully saying Wes 3 instead of Web 3, correct?
Oh, did I mess that up?
Instead of
I'm
Web
sorry.
3?
Oh, Web.
Oh, I mean, God forgives you, dude. God forgives you. For
you
sure.
know what? I think one of our interns wrote this down for me, and I'm gonna have some words with the intern. So
yeah. So I have been humanizing Wes V1, V2, V3 because I just turned 30, so I guess I did just enter V3 of Wes Sherwin, and I think, man, what an interesting humanizing journey that's been. But yeah, I mean, the goal, started out to humanize Web 3, which I wanted to make a Webby joke. I just didn't know if people knew who Webby was.
Like Webigail?
No, like Webby, like the rapper that's like friends with Lil Boosie. Anyways.
Oh yeah, no.
But do you know who Webby is? Okay. Sheriff Popper, do you know who Webby is?
Charlotte's Webby.
You got it. That's
you go.
crazy. You did that.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, no, the goal was to humanize Web 3, and I think I did a pretty good job for a year.
What do you mean for a year? You kicked this off
the time that I've done it. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
so you started your Theta TV career or around the same time we started our Pinecast.
Yeah, I found Theta in February and then started in March.
Nice. Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely. I think you've done great. I haven't caught a whole lot of your episodes, but you had some pretty big guests on for sure. Bigger than West 2, West 1. I don't know what that was
we
about
were on.
your huh? Well, yeah,
we were
come
on.
on. That's
what?
Well, we were on and you were laying your head on the table.
You were
That's
born
one of the
me.
best moments ever. That is one of the, I mean, I put that in my birthday video. Like sometimes I watch that if I'm having a bad day. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Like I have it clipped because I like to watch it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
No, I would say West 2 had the most impressive interviews, right? But West 3 has done well.
Wait, time. I'm gonna call timeout. I think we might be confusing our guests and myself. So we got West 1, right? West Levitt. West 2, you.
Oh! I didn't know we were doing that bit. Okay, yep.
I don't know we ever stopped that bit.
Sorry.
Okay, you just
keep going.
Okay. Well, no, I was getting confused because I was committed to that bit. Now I'm not committed to that bit. I was just making a math
I thought
joke.
the bit we were doing was like the versions of me, like the Wes in his early 20s thing. But I'm sorry, dude. I'm playing. Can I be honest with you guys? I'm playing Brick Breaker on my phone while we're doing this, and I'll stop.
Oh my god!
All right, let's reel this.
Doing that.
I believe you,
Popper. Good luck, Popper. Reel it in.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, let's reel this back in, Wes. You gotta. I heard I was on your Trader Punks talk about a week ago at this time, right? I believe it was, and you were telling us about a new drop that you got coming out, the Outliers. So let's hear the elevator pitch to start this thing.
Well, wait, no, let's do that.
All right, Mags. Let's do what you want to do then.
Okay, thanks. Why break it on Trader Punks before Papa Mags? Or because we, I have this hit podcast you're telling us about, and I was saying like, no, we don't. But then like we're like the fifth in line. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Popper's question.
Well, what's funny about that is I actually did break it on your podcast first. You're the first ever to hear about it, and then we just didn't include it in the podcast. It's funny because you brought up the ultralight thing, and that's going to come into play here. But I mean, dude, as a streamer, that's what I love. I love live streaming, and I never thought I'd be doing a project, but I just I've been seeing this common thread, this common idea on social media, and really in this space specifically. I think it's pretty popular across the board, but the mainstream media controls the narrative, right? It's a pretty that's a very popular idea. And I mean, it's probably true, right? I would say it is true. Now, what that means can get skewed, but I come from a background of production. Before coming to Theta TV, I worked at a news station for a long time, have produced TV shows, and realized that I didn't want to be, I enjoy being a goofy dude that live streams and talks about farts and stuff, but I bring something else to the table. And so what this project is a 10 episode TV show where the holders get to control all aspects of the show. That means pre-production, so creating the story, so writing the story, right? What is the narrative that they want to push? If the mainstream media controls the narrative, then the goal is to put the narrative in the hands of the people. I think that a lot of people have stories that they feel like are underrepresented, misrepresented, and I have the resources and the ability to empower those people. So I am creating and have created a project that the second you get into Outliers, the product is immediate. So through voting and polls token gated behind this NFT, you will be able to create a season of TV episodes. So the 10 episodes are, I'm going to pull it up. The first one is digital identity. The second one's conspiracy theory. I'm going off the top right now, so I'm going to butcher this if I keep doing that.
I gotcha. Financial independence, then freedom,
Yep.
privacy and security, human connection, unexplained phenomena, technological advancements, governance, decentralization, and then a bonus Theta Labs deep dive.
Correct. And so when I started this, I thought that I was just going to categorize things, like NFT, crypto, and I realized it was too basic. And so, technological advancements, I think the blockchain falls into that, right? Your digital identity. I mean, that absolutely goes into NFT stuff. It goes into anything kind of Web3 you can think of, governance, DAOs. But I wanted to leave it open because what if, people in Web3 might want to explore those things, but what if they want to branch out? And so and this is all, by the way, I haven't added it up all the way, but I know that I've interviewed over 70 people in the last year. I think I've done 100. And the majority are projects. The majorities are creators in the Web3 space. And so I really had a weird front row seat at looking at what projects do well and what they do really wrong. And so I would be remiss to not take those lessons and act upon them. So, I mean, one of the big ones that I've seen in NFT space is the delivery. Is you sell a thing or buy a thing, and then the product doesn't come for a long time. The second this project drops, it begins. And so whether that's the first person that mints, we're just hanging out in this Discord. And I'm like, are you ready to vote? And, we're just kind of waiting on everyone else to show up, or if it happens fast. But I want to kind of give you a big picture of this. So you go through the voting process for the pre-production, and I have a head of production in this project. His name is Andrew McDermott. I had him on the show, 2 days ago, and he has produced 7 feature films. He is a producer at the news station I was at. He actually got me my job. He does it full time. He's produced more documentaries than I can count, and I cannot do what he can do. And so I'm delegating here because I know that I can't promise this if I was just doing it. And so he's in charge of production. So once we get into production, there will be fun, like a brief for every episode. So, let's say we go to California, the community will get a brief when we enter California. And that brief will include a DRM video of me saying, here we are, blah, blah, blah. Here's kind of our itinerary, making sure that we are on the same page when it comes to the story. We shoot the episode. And then, so that's production, right? So pre-production, production, post-production. This is where it gets interesting. So, well, it's a little after. So then, obviously, because of Fuel Foundry, who I'm partnered with, I'm able to have a portal for the post-production aspect of this where, the holders can watch me edit this live. They can be a part of, be sitting next to me in the editing bay, essentially. And so after that, though, this is the real interesting part. The reason that I did the Trader Punks thing was because one of the things that I have been a part of is projects coming onto my show and asking, and it being too late, and asking like what's gone wrong and why are people unhappy. People tell them why they're unhappy and they can't handle it because it's already out. Like they can't change a whole lot. So I wanted to do that, the day before my public announcement. And so I went in Trader Punks, dude, and they just roasted me. Like, dude, they just ate me alive and in the best way possible. And so one of the big things that they brought up, and it's a valid point, right, is if this is a fundraising effort for a TV show, then what does an equity position look like since they are executive producers? And so the next day I called my attorney and said, like, what can we do? Like legally, like, let's say we sell this content, we package it and sell it. Like, what can we do? And so I cannot say anything specifically, but I can say that if the community decides to package this and sell it, then they will get a portion of any revenue from the sale of the content. And that's the pitch.
That's cool, dude. I mean, this whole thing sounds cool. I'm curious, like when it comes to these episodes, pre-production wise, like what kind of voting is going on? Do you have like specific multiple choice of votes that's happening? Or are you just kind of taking people's whatever they say into consideration? Like for financial independence, like what kind of a voting would happen pre-production to kind of influence how you're going to produce this?
Yeah. So, I asked the community if they would rather this go quickly or if they want this drawn out. The reason that I asked that question was because if I let them pitch, then this would take forever. I've been in cold pitch meetings and they last, I was attached to a show that we had 6 episodes and it took us like 3 months to get it done. And so it will be multiple choice. It will be polls. And so I will provide, 5 more specific topics in the financial independence category, and they will then vote. Now, let's say that they hate every other option that I provide. I will be open to, if everyone doesn't like the options, then we can pitch. It's just going to take longer. And so we'd probably have to, move on a little bit, like just get some other stuff done first. But yeah, the goal is to make this go fast.
That makes sense. So now, you kind of mentioned before that we had talked about this dating back to December of last year, and you were hyped about it back then, big time. And we got to take a look at the pitch deck that you had at the time. And like you said, now it's a lot different than what it looked like back then. And I'm not saying like one's better than the other, but I did like the way that the original one was set up, and I understood how Outliers kind of fit into that kind of a pitch. How do you see Outliers fitting into the current episodics?
So, literally the idea is that it is people against the status quo. And I would, define them as outliers. I would define the people that aren't consuming mainstream media, that don't necessarily trust the status quo to be an outlier.
Gotcha.
And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community Guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own Guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all, safe, as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today.
When these NFTs go for sale, can people choose which one they want to purchase, or is it random?
Yeah, dude. That is something that we're definitely working on between, Simon and I. And Mark Plant is someone who else I want to give a huge shout out to. He's the guy behind the art, and Andrew's the production partner, but Mark is really my partner in this project. I mean, without him, this project wouldn't happen. He's had successful drops on OpenTheta, and he deserves that credit. It's hard because Simon and I are working on that, but there are some hoops to jump through for people to be able to pick. But yeah, I mean, that is the goal. I just know that that's not easy to do. And that's an important thing to say too. Yeah.
I mean, if you go to like Theta Lands, you can go in there and choose which character you want to buy. Like they're all available for mint and you can choose which one. So I guess I don't understand why this would be different.
I did not know you could do that in Theta Lands. And this is actually very simple. Then yes, that's exactly what we're doing. The only, I know why it's an issue. So I haven't said this yet. Each category has a correlating NFT. Every category will have view access. But if you own a conspiracy theory NFT, you can vote and participate in the conspiracy theory episode. But if you own a conspiracy theory NFT, you can only view the other episodes.
Got it.
So there are 10 master keys that will be available randomly. The idea was through Mint. And so that unlocks everything. So if we can figure out how to make everything available while there's still being an option for a like random mint, then so that's the only hoop we have to jump through.
Got it. So it's not entirely necessary to buy the one that you want because you have one and you get to view them all, but you can only participate in the voting for the one that you have.
Correct. And they are right now, what I've said is, the goal is to sell out. I mean, this is a fundraising effort, right? Like if we only sell 100, I can't pay Andrew, my head of production, the $10,000 that I owe him to do this, right? Like I'm planning on releasing a budget publicly. The closer we get, I don't want to do it like today because, I announced this a month early on purpose, but I will be like announcing the budget. So there's $70 a piece because if we sell out, producing a season of a show is not easy. And, I think one of the potentials that people can get frustrated with is, we go shoot 2 episodes, right? And then producing an entire show, takes a year typically. And so the goal is to get in, to vote on all the episodes. And if the community is like, all right, we have a bunch voted on, then we go shoot one, right? And then maybe we shoot 2 at the same time, like we would travel from whatever to whatever state. But, this is a expensive project and I'm trying to give people the best deal possible for it. I wanted to do $100 in NFT. And Mark and some other people advised me to, try to stay in the $70 range. And so if it wasn't for Andrew, I would be making all of these videos at my desk. Not bad production quality, but I wouldn't be able to go to the place. And that's the goal here. So if this doesn't sell out, I will have to make these episodes way more like cost effective and high budget, like YouTube, and there are examples of that I've done, but I want to be clear that the show happens no matter what. But if this doesn't sell out or get very close, like I owe Andrew 10 grand. Obviously the marketplace takes a percentage. I owe Fuel Foundry. I then have to pay for travel cost, like room and board and food, in these places that we go. And so like, I'm not getting rich off this project by any means. And, I'm prepared even, I have some things set in place that if, like if we sell out and then we're on episode, whatever, 5, it'll get done. So,
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're kind of taking a risk on yourself here with this. And, personally, I think the carrot of giving this opportunity for the NFT owners to own a piece of the final product and own a piece of the sale.
yeah.
I think that's the carrot that is needed for this kind of project to work, right? Because, and I know we had this conversation before too, and it's like, people that are buying NFTs have a very specific mindset, right? And it's mostly about how
Yeah.
can I sell this for more than I bought it for. This is a little bit
Right.
different because now there's an intrinsic value to this NFT and owning a piece of this. So I think it's really neat. Basically an example of like a new kind of an NFT, really, similar in nature to how now Theta Drop is bringing out all of these like passes, these tickets, right? It's like no one's buying these just to resell them for more. They're buying them because they want to enjoy that ticket, like whatever the ticket is for. And for this, being a part of this fundraising and being a part of a chance to be a piece of history, possibly, it can be enticing for people for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I mean, I appreciate you saying that. And it, to me, is like the NFT is the entry point, but no matter what happens to the market, this project is not predicated or reliant on the crypto market. It's reliant on how good of a job I do, and then the connections that I have and the connections that people involved in this and that want to be involved in this bring to the table. I mean, I'm not a guy who has never done this before, and so it is likely that a sale could happen. But it is important to say too, like, I could shop this and networks could hate it.
Right.
Right?
Nothing's guaranteed.
So-
Absolutely. It's a risk. Yeah, for sure.
And so it's, this is an experience. I mean, one of the other things that I feel like I've said a lot about what I hate about NFTs, but one of the things that I hate about NFTs, and I think they do a really poor job of, is there's no beginning and end. Like, these projects start and they just like promise the world. And it's like, dude, at some point you're going to burn out, and it happens to everyone. And so there is a beginning and end to this project, and it is very clear. Like, when this is edited, I mean, and shopped, whatever happens with that, it's done. There's no, like, you have the art that shows you were a part of it. Congratulations. Oh, there is one more aspect that I want to say. So I'm giving all of my secondary sales to Mark Plant. He has a Daily Diamond project, and he distributes T-Fuel. I don't really understand how it works, but he distributes T-Fuel back to his holders. And so all of my secondary sales are going to go to him for that project.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. Mags, what do you think?
Oh, for the project?
Yeah.
I like
No, about what you had
yeah,
for dinner.
no, about
I mean, he's playing video games. No,
I'm not eating more, dude. I'm fucking
not
Mag's
All right.
head is on the table right now.
no,
Yeah.
it's not. No, it's not. Yeah. So the thing I like about Wes when he was telling us his story when he was on previously, and also side note, this is our first full year essentially completed, and we've only had 4 repeat guests, right, Popper? We had Ivory twice, we had Justin twice, Andrea twice, and then and now we have Wes Sherwin. Why I'm saying that, I forgot.
Yeah, I
But-
don't know why you're bringing that up.
Can I go, or are you still going to keep interrupting me? Okay. So, anyways, when you were on the first time, and you're taking a risk here. You know, you got a plan, and hopefully it works out. I'm interested to see where it goes. It's nobody's doing this type of thing, so it is an experience. Hopefully others agree, and you know, maybe a whale comes and tries to buy them all up so they can really dictate what happens to you. But
Yeah,
you
I mean
told
that would be great and terrible.
hey, but that's the free market though, right?
Well, like Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what the mainstream might buy it up and now control the conspiracy, right?
That would be so funny, dude.
Very
The
meta
media's
though.
gonna buy it.
Fox News buys all or CNN buys all this shit. That'd be so fucking funny, dude. I would make my NFTs cost $500,000. If I knew that was on the table, if I knew that CNN might buy them, I would make every episode $1 million.
They want to control the narrative, right?
Yeah, well then they gotta pay the price for that.
They got
That would be hilarious. But yeah.
and I forgot if you said because my head might have been down during some of this. It goes on sale on June 7th, right?
Correct.
This year. And when does the production start?
Whenever the community is done voting.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So how will you consider a vote to be done?
There will be a poll. There will be a timed poll. Like once we get through some of the multiple choice, and obviously, you know, there's I don't know if multiple choice is it is a multiple choice, but there's like, you know, 95% want this one. Once we get through kind of the first one of like, do y'all want to talk about whatever conspiracy, you know, the Illuminati or chemtrail, whatever it is, then it'll get into, okay, here are the experts in that space. Do you want to talk to an expert, or do you want to talk to someone who believes, like, is pushing the narrative that it is real? Like every aspect of the episode will have a vote, and it'll just continue to get more specific. But I mean, it'll be like 5 votes in total. And then once we're done in the Discord, it will, you know, kind of moved into like a completed episode. But obviously, like there will be a voice channel where we kind of talk it out and make sure that, you know, this is what they want. And then it's up to me and Andrew to fill in dots that need to get filled in. Obviously, reach out to the people, find location, and then just go shoot it. I mean, that's the fun about documentaries, man, is like part of this is the fun of going to a place, you know, hopefully having some stuff locked, but going to a place and then just shooting the show. Like I've done it and I love it. I've always been good at getting people to talk to me. And then Andrew, my buddy's good at it as well. And so, you know, it's because like, that's the thing, right? Is like everything could fall apart, but if it falls apart, like in each episode, there's still like, that's how documentaries do it. Let's say that the goal is to talk to the president. Obviously, the president's not going to talk to us. So what documentaries do is they go, we reached out to X person. They either declined to make a statement or blah, 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 blah. And then you just continue telling the story. Like there are tricks of the trade where you can kind of maneuver around whatever happens.
Cool. Yeah. You know, honestly, like looking back again, I keep going back to your original pitch deck. It's like in that one, it was almost like you had this whole thing ready to go, like what exactly you were doing. With this one, it seems like polar opposite, where right now you probably can't even tell us like one place you're going to go or like one thing you're going to talk about.
I can, but some of that I have to keep to myself. Like there are aspects that have been decided, but not many. I mean, so that's like the whole, dude, I love that you have the pitch deck of the old one. Like I was asking people to buy in to watch me do something from the first pitch. I was not asking them really to be a part. Like obviously they would vote on things that I do, but that was really more of a like ego-driven artsy Wes is going to explore who he is thing. And I just agree with the idea that that is more valuable when I do this right, because my personal stock price goes up. Do you agree?
I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that for sure. I just thought that that was an original idea as well, and was going to be like really vulnerable kind of situations that you were putting yourself in with other vulnerable people as well throughout it. And the amount of work that you put into it, I said it before, like it's a ton. Like I'm reading through it, it's like you have the stuff all like you knew you knew a lot of what you were going to do. So this seems like a big 180, but I could see how this is, to be Web3 more. It's the community is getting to decide. Everything goes as planned, and this could really solidify yourself for sure. And like you said, your stock price goes up, and I said it already. This is a risk, but it's also a bet on yourself, and those are my favorite kind of bets. If I'm betting on something, I'm betting on me
all day. And dude, I just appreciate like you saying that so much, and even remembering the first pitch. I mean, that means a ton. And like to even be more vulnerable with why I made the switch. I mean, that is like my passion project. That is like that initial idea is like the thing I've wanted to do forever. But I called a couple people that are in this space and invest heavy in this space, and none of them liked it. Like all of them were like, how is this a good investment? And so it was humbling. Like I just heard people say, like, why would I buy this NFT? And it hurt. And because I'm like, people pay $20 or $30 to go watch a movie and buy popcorn and a drink, and then there's nothing to show for that. But I just realized pretty fast that in this Web3 space, experiences are not what people want. And so if I'm going to offer an experience, it better be so custom tailored to this demo that it's almost impossible for them to say no. And then the carrot of, if we sell this, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, then, okay. So secondary sales go to Mark as well. Like, dude, I've never bought an NFT in my life that I didn't like how it looked. And I realized that I'm an outlier in that space. I've never bought one as an investment ever.
You bought solely based on art for the most part.
That's it, dude. That's it.
Okay.
Every time.
I can't say the same. I bought some
Bitmobiles.
ugly ones. Yeah. Amongst a few.
But have you made
others.
money?
Not on BitBoy, no.
Yeah, right.
No, I got destroyed.
that
I lost
fucking
like
guy,
$6 on that one.
Yee. Not gonna make it.
Dude. It's too much. Too much for me.
My God.
Yeah, back in my early days when I was like, oh, I'm going to collect all 19 of these, and then you stopped after one, kind of like your podcast.
Oh,
dude, fucking Rob, dude, I love that guy so much. Dude, we were supposed to do the podcast. This was the same day we were supposed to do it. And I called him I texted him and I was like, hey, dude, you ready to do the show? And he was like, can I call you? And I was like, sure. He was like, bro, I can't do this. And I was like, oh, okay, dude. And yeah, it's so funny, dude. He was like, I'm way too fucking busy for this, dude. I was like, okay, cool. I love that guy.
And if anyone wants to catch season 1 of Wes and Rob's podcast, where can they check that out?
You can't.
Smart.
Yeah.
No, that was funny. When you guys came out with it, I was like, man, Rob is like this, because you're right. He's got different projects. He's doing this, that, and the other thing. It's like, wow, like now he's streaming. You guys are both streaming on Theta TV already. He does his 2 days a week mostly. You're like what, 4 or 5 days a week for the most part, it seems, right?
Yeah. Not recently because of the project, but yes, it was.
Yeah. Just like, wow. All right, here we go. The great podcast.
Crazy.
War. Was that 23 or was that was this year, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was 23. I think it was.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to like narrow down some of these conspiracy theories as to what's available.
I'm so scared, dude.
Yeah, that could go in a lot of ways. Unexplained phenomena could go a lot of ways too.
Yeah, but that's more fun. Like I know that the Earth isn't flat. I've never been outside of the planet, but I just pretty strongly believe that it's not flat. And I just don't want to have to go fucking explore that.
How are you
But-
gonna do that? Like you're gonna go into space?
I
and
don't
take
know,
pictures?
dude. Yeah, I'm gonna just call Elon. I don't know.
I don't want to see you. I do not want to see that. These flat earthers. There's plenty of
The flat Earth.
Netflix has they had this amazing documentary some years back about this, but I think that goes to the bigger issue or problem or whatever in society where and I think like Twitter and has helped with this is everyone has an opinion and it doesn't matter if it's not supported in fact and we're arguing what facts are and then well they said it so they're part of the machine, they're part of that, so you can't trust them, but that doesn't mean you can't trust them with facts.
Right.
So
Right. That's a great point. Like yeah, if you can't convince people that don't believe facts. And so that's what I'm scared of is like me having to go along with things that I just know aren't true. But that's the show, right? Is like what happens if I don't believe that something is true and then it turns out to be true? I mean, it's like I think that the risk in this
but what's so funny about that? The funny thing about that is if you're right because you know that and you're proved right, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not going to change their mind. They're going to keep going with that because you're just another hater. But then if you are proved right, see, I told you so. You everything you've believed is a lie.
Yeah, dude. That's the cool part of this project to me is like that door is open and it's hard to articulate this, but there's really not a ton of risk in this. We're not going to go international, right? We don't have enough money to travel internationally. And
unless you get picked up by these,
I have
mainstream.
a price, dude. Like I will sell out. Like I am for sale. Okay. You can purchase Wes Sherwin, dude, for a measly, like 150 million liquid net, cash, 150 million, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tattoo whatever you want on my face. I'm kind of kidding. I just want to clarify that. But yeah, no, dude. I mean, like, it's what happens if I don't believe that, like, spirits are real, and then I go do a seance or whatever, and I have an experience. Like, that would be amazing because that kind of goes into the first iteration of this project is like, from my trauma and from my experiences, am pretty jaded and pretty guarded. And I try to seek as much discomfort as possible. So I'm open to being wrong. There is one aspect that on a reporting sense, I was thinking you guys would ask, and I'm going to lob it to you. The bonus episode, Theta. So that's a free episode. So everyone who's a holder will get that episode for free because that's 11 episodes, right? This is a 10 episode show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a free episode. And without going into too much, obviously there are tons of aspects of Theta. I hope that people vote on like a project to explore. What questions come in your mind when I say that?
So you're not talking like Theta Labs. You're talking like a project using the Theta network?
Yeah, I mean, if they want me to just tell the Theta Labs story, I can. I think that'll be pretty easy and a pretty lighthearted thing, right? I think it'd be fun to explore, go to California, right? I'm talking about like there are a lot of unfulfilled promises among projects here that would be interesting to explore.
Juicy.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
and I think there's a couple that are pretty famous.
Famous projects. Who could that be?
Famous
Like
Amos.
within the community,
Within the community.
right?
I mean, there's obviously right now, as we stand, May 11th, 2023, there are pretty much all projects are in some way unfulfilled from what was
Yeah, that's not what
currently
I'm saying.
expected.
Yeah, I'm not saying unfulfilled. That's mine. I'm probably.
Oh boy, you're
not
talking.
doing what I
Oh,
mean.
okay. Now I'm catching
What?
your drift.
I missed that.
Yeah,
So you're wow. Okay. Wow. Oh, all right.
Wait, what?
Max, come on,
I
catch up.
say let's
dude.
let it sit. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Someone sent me a text. I don't
He's
know.
talking about an empty pool.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that because of what I've done for the last year in this thing, I mean, I got to be real careful here because I can't even say why I have to be careful. But I will message you guys why I have to be careful. And so, let's say that I've had a chance to learn some ins and outs of projects and maybe some stuff that hasn't been shared. And with a production crew, I think it'd be really interesting to go get the full story on maybe questions that haven't been answered and, give people who've invested tons of money the answers that they're looking for. Good or bad, by the way. Like it doesn't,
Right.
take it how you want to, and that's
Is
a
it
free
for-
episode. So everyone gets to vote on that. Every person gets to vote on that episode for free.
But
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, that's a good teaser. I would say to get some people in is that episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
That's the first time I've
might,
said that.
That might be the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just think there's like one option. I just think there's like one or two options here that make sense, but the community could surprise us. Like y'all could be like, we want to talk about this one, and then we go talk about that one.
I mean, if you wind up doing this one, you might have to hire some professional D guards to make sure you're okay.
I like
Bebop
that.
and Rocksteady.
I like that, dude. And and just have like unmatched presentation skills.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think we're probably safe. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, we haven't had a lawsuit in a while. We welcome them.
No, we're not this year.
Oh my god!
Not this year. No lawsuits in 2023.
Yeah.
I will sue Mags. I won't sue you, Popper, but I'll sue Mags for emotional damage.
I'll join your suit.
Okay, dude. Yeah, dude. Can we make it criminal? Can we actually prosecute him?
He's definitely criminally, emotionally injured me in the past. There's no doubt about it.
And,
if you just want damages, that's fine, dude. You take the money. I just want to see him locked away, dude.
Dude, I've thought about this. I think I would love to be put in solitary. Wes, what do you think that is a show? Just me locked up for a year, and I will stay there. I'll be fine. No problem.
I would love to see what you're like. Are you saying just in solitary confinement or like in general population?
No, I'm not doing Gen Pop, but but I could
Bro,
do solitaire. Throw me in a
Yeah.
desert with just fucking peanut butter or something, whatever, for a year. I had this idea before, I knew what NFTs were, and I don't know if you want to hear this. It's so fucking stupid.
I do.
But so I think back before NFTs, I was thinking more like the GoFundMe route.
Yeah.
And to fundraise it, we're basically there's cameras in my house, and anyone who whatever certain level. So let's say you sold 100 spots or whatever, and anytime somebody could say you have to watch Inception. And then you'd watch Inception, and they would be able to watch you watch it, losing your mind, and you go back to back to back. But you have to watch it. You can't leave. You can go pee. You can probably grab a Gatorade bottle or something. But basically, just torture you with watching your favorite movie over and over and over again. depending on how many people took part in that or bought tickets for that. You know what I mean? And everyone
I
gets
would
one
produce
ticket.
this.
And I would do it. You know, as long
I'll
as
produce this.
would you?
Fuck
So-
yes.
But like, I think I could get tortured. I see some of this stuff, and I'm like, that's nothing, dude. I could do this shit all day, and I'm no like survivor. But
Are you saying you could be tortured like waterboarding, or are you saying you could
No,
be
like-
tortured by watching Inception 10 times? like, you
like
know?
imagine doing nothing but watch Inception. Like you can't leave the room. You have to watch Inception. You could have quick pause breaks or something, but you have to watch the movie in its completion. And the project doesn't end until you've exhausted all the tickets for people wanting you to watch the movie, where they could watch you watch the movie, and you would think that's going to have a toll on somebody watching the same thing over and over again. I think I could do it.
I love this pitch because the whole pitch is just you watching Inception. Like, I thought you were going to say they'd have other options, but I'm like, that the only option is you watching Inception. And so you're actually not giving anyone any choices. You're making people watch you watch Inception.
It would be the ultimate torture, though, right? The same
about
thing over and over
Armageddon?
again.
Picking your torture.
Well, but I think that's also like, I think that's like, now we're really getting to the good stuff, Wes. But I think that's like the interesting thing is when you give somebody what they want, and then they complain or they'll give up on it, but they won't stick with it. You know what I mean? That's my opinion anyway. So it's almost
That's
like
someone being like, go ahead.
well, it's just like picking your form of torture, like, and it's not like torture because the person decided to do it and they picked their punishment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's like someone being like, I have to eat a bowl of Captain Crunch every day for the next 10 days. I love Captain Crunch. Like, it would get old, but I like it.
Well, you know, like normal people, they go to work all day and they got family stuff and they got whatever, and then they got the weekend. No, I am stuck watching Inception until everything is
I
exhausted.
get it. Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
get it. Yes, I do. And if you want help producing the show, like I'll help you with the cameras and stuff because I'm down. Boys, we're almost at 3 hours, and so I can feel my eyes closing.
Yeah. So just one last question, Wes. Was Captain Crunch the cereal you were woofing down before you came on the show?
You're damn right it was, dude. You're damn right. I
was
love
actually
Captain
gonna
Crunch.
ask you
I've
that.
had 2 bowls today.
Wes strikes
I've had 2 bowls.
Wes strikes me
Yeah.
as an oops all berries type myself, I would think.
Oops, all
I've never heard of
berries.
that.
What?
Oh man, all crunch berries.
It's
You
all
never heard
crunch
of that?
berries. What?
Oh, sorry.
They-
Yeah.
they fucked up. It's all
Yeah.
crunch berries.
I like,
Dude, whatever
I like
happened to like those fun cereal commercials?
Well,
Like-
they went the way, and there's a whole thing. There's some like cool YouTube stuff that's been produced. Some videos about like, I think a lot of it, believe it or not, is tied to Saturday morning cartoons going away and how they ended,
probably.
which is an interesting story too.
I want to present the conspiracy that maybe it's like the Shazam thing where it's like they actually never happened, you know?
Ooh.
Oh, are you talking about like a FW de Klerk effect?
No, they definitely
I was
happened.
going to say Manchurian candidate, but that's not it. It's the Mandela effect.
What? The Mandela effect?
I don't know, dude.
What's that?
Yeah, Mandela effect is like you remember there being Berenstein Bears, but it's really Bernstein Bears.
No, that's the FW de Klerk effect. I think you have your effects wrong.
You want to bet on it?
It's,
Yeah.
You want to bet on it?
All right.
Look,
It's
All I know.
Hold on,
is
we have
that
to do
I
the
used
bet,
see
though.
These Lucky
If
Charm commercials and want to go get that next
they were
Lucky
so
Charm
good.
box with the new rainbow marshmallows.
oh my God, dude. Class.
the cookie
Those and
crisp.
even the like, yes.
Oh, there's a new
Keebler Elves
marshmallow.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
And they would vote on. You could vote on the marshmallow. I think sometimes when they got Lucky Charms got the red balloon, everyone lost their shit.
Oh, the red balloons.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
all
those were
right,
so
all right.
good.
Am I
Those
the only
commercials-
one? I literally used to eat my Lucky Charms and I'd like make sure that I didn't get the marshmallows and then I'd end up with a bowl full of marshmallows at the end.
I would segregate.
you
I
are
would
bringing
segregate
back
them to
memories.
the end. I would eat the shitty stuff and then save the marshmallows.
That's
in the
what I
bowl.
did. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant you just ate all the sticks, and when the it was empty, then all of a sudden you had a huge bowl of marshmallows.
Oh no! I pour the bowl and then I
Yeah.
just like work
Yes.
around the marshmallows and leave the mellows.
Oh, I think everyone's done that.
But would you guys drink the marshmallows with the milk? Like, would you? You wouldn't eat.
Dude, the marshmallow milk is the best. Is part of the.
It's the best.
It's really good.
Well,
I would eat.
You'd
But
eat
I
the
would
marshmallows.
eat the marshmallow. Yeah,
You'd eat the marshmallows
Okay.
first,
and then drink the
it's-
milk.
Oh, and then drink the milk. That's how you do
Of course.
Okay, so rank cereal milk. Like Frosted Flakes, I think is one of the most underappreciated. Just like the milk you get after eating the cereal.
Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles is the best, I think, for the cereal milk.
Fruity Pebbles is good. Yeah. Cap'n Crunch is good, but I just want to say that cereal is the greatest food potentially ever.
Just so quick and easy.
God, dude, it's so quick. Man, and it's filling. Like, I could not eat another bowl of cereal right now. It's filled
And it's
me up. I'm good.
delicious. Yeah.
God,
And
dude.
there's definitely too much. And usually it happens like too late where you realize it's too much.
Is it soup technically?
No.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Yes. Breakfast soup. Somebody said that. You know, we've had a lot of food controversies in our past, and I can't remember who said it, but yeah, I think Mactastic calls
You
cereal
cannot
soup.
bring Mac up.
You know what?
Is why?
He brings
Is
him
like
up every
Voldemort?
episode. No, he brings him up every episode.
Yeah, but this
He's
wasn't a
trying to dunk
negative.
on him.
This isn't Duncan.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. It's like technically it seems like soup, but it, you know.
Where do
No.
you stand, Popper? Do you think it's soup?
No, it's
No,
not.
I don't.
No, the purpose of milk in the bowl with the stuff is to get it saturated, and then you eat that like that. Soup, you're not looking at a saturation point when you don't pour a bowl of soup. I mean, I guess you could.
I mean, to be honest, these days, if I have milk left in the bowl, I usually just pour more cereal in it and finish off the milk that way. So I'm not really slurping much milk at the end.
You're an adult. That is the most adult thing I've ever heard anyone say. I feel like you've lost your youth. Holy shit, dude. You need to watch Peter Pan like tomorrow. Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. I bet Mags makes like he'll pour like cake batter in a bowl and then just put like milk in it and then eat the cake batter because he still has the heart of a child. He still has his youth.
And he slurps it, no doubt.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
All Max bowls are the bowls that used to have the straw built into them. Remember those as a kid? Those are so great, dude. Holy shit. Oh,
No,
my God, dude.
I had the Raphael that came with the Ninja Turtles cereal from Ralston. I believe.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you have your oatmeal is the dinosaur oatmeal.
Dinosaur.
Do you remember those?
No, I had
I
I had the guy from the Poltergeist or whatever.
you had possessed your demon oatmeal. It's like the ones with the eggs, where the eggs hatch and they're like little dinosaurs in your oatmeal.
Oh man, yes.
I don't have them.
Dude,
I remember
classic.
that. Oh, that was
Classic.
great. Because when you
Dude,
pour the hot water on it, they'd come out of their eggs. Yeah.
Yes, dude.
That was
was
great.
like Chia
Those were
Pet
awesome.
days. That, bro, so good. So good.
Thanks for coming on, man. And sorry what Mags did.
Popper, you're great. And you are now my favorite. So that's how we're going to just do this. And I will make that statement on Twitter tonight if you want me to.
That's the opposite of how we came into ThetaCon.
That is so crazy how the tables have turned. Oh, because I trust you, Popper. Mags, though. Oh, that's crazy how they've turned. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, guys. No, I mean, in all seriousness, thank you for having me on and just being, down to talk anytime. And you know, I feel like I say it every time we get off this, but if you ever need anything from me, I'm always available. So
Definitely
let me know,
appreciate
dude.
it, dude. And certainly wish you the best on this one. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. Hopefully.
Y'all might be getting customs in the mail around the drop. So just, be on the lookout. I have a list of people that are getting customs and y'all are on the short list. So,
Jeez.
and they'll look like the digital identity one. So if you pull up the thing, they look like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
I did see, you revealed all the art?
yeah.
Okay.
Other than the
remember
master
seeing-
keys.
I remember seeing a couple. I wasn't sure off the top of my head. I don't remember which one is which.
Yeah, I can here. I'll show
I
you.
remember Freedom. That's like the skull with the hand
I just sent it
head.
to you in Discord. That's the style.
That's like
Fuck yeah.
the thumbnail for the whole show, right?
Fuck yeah. That's my favorite one.
Cool. Well, that's much
So,
appreciated.
yeah,
for
dude, I
sharing.
appreciate y'all a ton, man. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Mags, do you want to say anything to me before I get off?
Mags.
Hell yeah.
Hold
What
on.
happened? Oh,
Hold
there
on.
he is.
I had a little issue, I guess. I guess you didn't hear anything I was saying. But I said I'll say it because Popper hasn't said it. Wes, I love you, and but if you like Popper more, you like Popper more. What are you gonna do?
I love you too, Bubba. And I don't know what that means right now, but I just have to say it back. And so I love you too. But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys a ton. When does this come out? Next week?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
All right, dude.
Later, y'all.
No more Captain Crunch tonight.
I'm gonna fucking dip my balls in Captain Crunch, dude. Okay, have a great night, dude.
Later.
Okay, bye.
Papa Max Podcast.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter @JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.